Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Steins the visual novel. We're back here after going to Moeka's lab, and we can continue from there. And what I see shocks me to my core. Oh, what's that? Someone is using the time leap machine. Who? Mayuri and Daru should be at Kamima. Not even Kurisu should be here. I asked her to escort Mayuri yesterday. Besides, she's against changing the past. So who? The building shakes. That vibration reaches the street. I can't let this happen. The timeline mustn't be tampered with again. I need to stop it now. I race up the stairs to the lab. By the time I get there, the shaking has stopped. I quietly peek into the development room. Nobody's there. The door was unlocked. Anyone could have walked right in. How could we be so careless? The time leap machine is still faintly warm. So, somebody did use it. Who? Did they time leap? This is the first time someone else has used the time leap machine. Just to make sure, I checked the X68,000. As expected, the history's been erased. The same thing happens when we send a D-mail. There's nothing I can do about this. It worries me, but I have to focus on Moeka. I set up the time leap machine. The maximum time leap is 48 hours. To leap more than that, you need to leap 48 hours and then leap again. The 42-inch CRT is on downstairs. That's plain as day, since the discharge phenomenon just occurred. I put on the headgear. Preparations complete. Should I really leap now? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I should. And I'm not sure if this is the one, but I was told that I have to take specific action when being asked if I want to use a D-mail or not. So let me check one last time to make sure I know exactly what I should or should not be doing. Okay, after checking it, I was told not to send the D-mail. And that, there's whoops, I didn't mean to actually click there, I'm trying to fiddle with my mouse. And that it doesn't actually change any endings, there's no endings in this chapter. So, it won't change any endings, we just get more stuff from what I can tell. Just a little more, and I can save Mayuri once and for all. I know what'll happen if I don't leap now. Mayuri will die, and I will taste that pain of despair once again. And then, I will leap. It's the same either way. I close my phone. There's no need to rush. Calm down. I can endure the pain, if need be. I should exploit my one advantage, the time leap machine, to the fullest extent possible, and that means knowing exactly when Mayuri will die. The pattern suggests that Mayuri's death should happen around 7 or 8 tonight. But things are a little different this time. Moeka killed herself before Mayuri was scheduled to die. How much influence will that have on Convergence? There's a chance Mayuri won't die. We might have already won. In that case, I shouldn't waste my effort time leaping. I have no obligation to save Moeka. I'll wait until Kurisu contacts me. It's 12:30 right now. There's still about 7 hours left. I hear nothing but the slow, steady tick of a clock. The sound is echoing inside my head. Even if I plug my ears, it doesn't stop. I spent several hours searching for the IBN 5100, but, as expected, I found nothing. I still can't imagine how Moeka's D-mail affected the computer's whereabouts. What does her phone model have to do with anything? Does keeping the same phone somehow tell her that there's an IBN 5100 at the Yanabayashi Shrine? That doesn't make sense. Even the butterfly effect must have limits. But on the other hand, truth is often stranger than fiction. Sometimes, the simplest things have consequences that no one could ever imagine. So, I can't rule it out entirely either.
結局、何もわからないということか。
I twist my lips into a sneer of self-mockery. It's 7:46 p.m., the moment of truth. If Mayuri is indeed fated to die today, I should be hearing from Kurisu soon. I hope nothing happens. All that I ask is to hear Mayuri's voice, to know, once and for all, that she is safe. Uh-oh. An artificial melody cuts through the silence of the lab. Well, let's take a listen, shall we?
もしもし。
Kurisu is sobbing. So I know, even without asking. She saw Mayuri die. With that, I hang up the phone. Maybe it's because I didn't see it happen, or maybe because my heart has simply grown numb. But this time, I don't feel much pain.
Go ahead.
She's dead.
Time of death, 7:52 p.m. I should have been with her.
I hate myself for it. I pound my fist against the table. As expected, the deadline is around 8 p.m. on the 16th. Unless I change the world line before that time limit, Mayuri will die. I put on the headgear and activate the time leap machine. I must obtain Moeka's phone, no matter what it takes. Now, interestingly enough, this little extra bit was actually shown in the anime. Which I find interesting because the last little bit that we had that wasn't shown in the anime. I guess it's just because of how impactful this was, but yet it didn't take too long to show. Like the other one I showed obviously took like a good like 15 or so minutes to show you the whole sequence of the one that Mayuri got jellified in. Whereas this only takes about like a good minute or two to show you. In comparison, maybe that's why they showed it and they didn't show the other one. I make several consecutive leaps to travel back to the 11th. When I arrive, it's just past 8 p.m. I leave the lab without waiting for the others to respond. I head to Moeka's ratty apartment. There's no sign of the police this time. Moeka's suicide won't happen for another 4 days. I run up to the iron stairs and stand in front of the door to Unit 202. The lights aren't on inside. I start getting anxious. Maybe she's not here. There's no intercom, so I reluctantly knock on the door. No reply. I try again with the same result. Darn. Might as well try the doorknob. It's unlocked. I take a deep breath and check my phone. For Mayuri, are you coming back to the lab today? I don't know, but don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything. Dum bum bum. Okay, back to the story. This could be a trap. Remember, we're not dealing with an ordinary person. Moeka is a rounder, an agent of CERN. If I die here, what will happen to Mayuri? Will Kurisu or Daru use the time machine to save her? I need to be careful. But at the same time, I can't save Mayuri by doing nothing. So I steel myself, open the door, and peek inside. The apartment is dark, too dark to see. But I feel someone's presence. I step inside. The apartment is practically empty. Minimal furnishings. Only the barest necessities of life. But there, by the window, is a figure in the moonlight. A woman is sitting on the floor, her head bowed. There's no one else here. I approach the woman and stare down at her, gritting my teeth in a desperate effort to maintain control. Ever since the first time she killed Mayuri, I've tried my best to avoid thinking about this woman. But now, I have no choice. I can't accomplish my goal until I have the answers I need from her. I must obtain the IBN 5100 to escape the Alpha Attractor Field and rescue Mayuri.
Kiryu Moeka.
I had another name for her once. It hurts to remember. I force it to the back of my mind.
起きているか?
Moeka's fingers twitch. She sluggishly lifts her head. But she doesn't look up. She stares at my feet instead. She finally speaks in a frail voice. Moeka has always had trouble speaking, but it seems especially severe today. I notice her hair and clothes are disheveled. She looks awful, though I suppose that's no surprise, given that she kills herself in 4 days.
FB なの。
This Facebook thing again.
FB?
I've heard that name before. If I'm not mistaken, that's her superior's code name.
なんで連絡くれないの？私言われた通りにやったのに。ねえ、FB。
The phone in Moeka's hand glows faintly. She's still clinging to it, I see.
ねえ、私の何がいけなかった？直すよ。直すから見捨てないで。FB のためなら何でもする。返事をしてよ。答えてよ。私に指示を出して、私はそれに従う。命令して。命令。
I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expecting to find her in such a miserable state. She was so cold, so calm when she killed Mayuri. It's like she's a different person now. Is this another effect of the world line change? But it's only been a week since she sent her D-mail. How could she have changed so much? I get on my knees and shake Moeka by the shoulders.
おい、聞こえるか? おい
FB 連絡をちょうだいよ。
桐生萌か? おい、俺だ、岡部だ.
No response. Moeka just keeps crying and mumbling to herself. I shake harder, but she doesn't react. She doesn't even resist. Looking down, I notice she's typing rapidly on her phone. Bewildered, I look at the screen. FB. Wow.
お前
You and I need to chat.
Everything you asked for, I did.
Moeka,
all of it.
look at me.
I need you to give me new orders, FB.
Forget the goddamn phone. Hey!
What happened to Moeka? From what little I understand, it sounds like she's lost contact with her supervisor, FB. But I don't understand how that could turn Moeka into such a wreck. It doesn't matter. I don't care what happens to her. I'm here for one thing. Recalling my purpose, I reach for Moeka's phone. A sharp crack echoes through the room. Moeka slapped my hand away. It didn't hurt, but her reaction was lightning quick. Now Moeka curls up into a ball, hugging the phone tightly to her chest. It was like this from the moment I met her. She never let go of her phone, not even for a second, as if it were the only thing keeping her alive.
メールが
FB とかいうやつからか。
メールが来ない。
I make several more attempts to take her phone, while she babbles incoherently, but she just slaps my hand away each time. Next, I try persuasion. I promise to help her search for FB if she lends me her phone. It's a lie, of course, though, come to think of it, I would like a piece of FB too. But that can wait until after I've saved my Yuri. But Moeka doesn't buy it. If, that is, she heard me at all. Darn it, we're not getting anywhere. Maybe I should take it from her by force. But what if she tries to kill me before I can send the D-mail? In her current state, she might not have the strength to retaliate. On the other hand, if she does retaliate, there's not much I can do against someone with a gun. What should I do? Her gun. Where would she keep it? I quickly scan the room, but there's no sign of it. Crap, that startled me. Could she have picked a worse time? Sure, why not? We'll listen.
もしもし。
I stand up and move to the entrance, where I can take the call without letting Moeka out of my sight.
今どこよ。
悪いが取り込み中だ。
女なの？
You know, it's funny how true that is, actually.
お前の発想は実にスイーツかっこ笑いだな。
うるさいな。電話レンジの改良手伝うって約束したでしょ。よくそれでラボメンナンバー001を名乗れるな。
誰に頼んでくれ。今日はそれどころじゃない。
一体何してんのよ。そこどこ？
桐生萌香のアパートにいる。
やっぱり女か。最低だな。
Has she not met Moeka on this world line? I quickly give Kurisu a simplified version of the usual explanation. Kurisu listens attentively, as she always does. Maybe she's more considerate than I give her credit for. As soon as I finish, Kurisu gives it to me straight.
強引に奪うしかないわね。
過激だな。ハリウッド映画の見過ぎか。
相手はセルンの関係者よ。遠慮してたらこっちがやられるかもしれない。迷ってる場合じゃないでしょ。それでマユリを救えるんだから。あんたはヒョロヒョロで頼りなさそうだけど、さすがに今なら相対的に考えて勝てるはず。
Gee, thanks. At least she's not beating around the bush. Suddenly, she lowers her voice.
こんなこと言うと人格疑われそうだけど。いや、あんたに人格疑われたってどうでもいいけど、殺してでも奪い取るべきよ。
今、お前の人格を疑った。だが、偽善ぶらないところは好きだぞ、クリスティーナ。
好きって。
What's the matter with her now?
事実を言ったまでだ。俺なんかよりもよっぽど潔い。
どうも。
で、意図を聞かせてくれ。殺すこともやむなしと考える理由がお前の中にある。そうだろ。だからそういう結論に達したはずだ。
よかった。それなりに冷静ね。あんたの話が本当か嘘かは定義できない。アトラクタフィールド理論っていう式を私はまだ
完全には理解してないし、それでもあんたの説明をもとに考えると、桐生って人が4日後に自殺するなら、彼女には死亡フラグが立っているっていう推論が成り立つ。世界が彼女の死を承認したっていうところね。因果が収束するなら、これまでの世界線では仮にあんたが彼女を殺そうとしても何らかの邪魔が入ってできなかったはず。あるいは殺した瞬間に世界線が大きく変わっていた。でもこの世界線でだけ考えるなら、彼女は近いうちに死ぬ。あんたはこれまでに何度も真由里の死を見てきたからわかるはず。重要なのは死んだという結果だけであって、過程はどうでもいいらしいってことをね。それと同じで、桐生って人の死に方は問わないと思う。
In other words, I can kill her instead of letting her commit suicide?
死が決まっているから殺しても構わないか。まるで殺人犯ばりの論旨展開だな。
偽善ぶるな。私は今人としての倫理を捨てて話してんのよ。岡部も付き合いなさい。
She's unforgiving as always, but it actually feels nice to speak frankly like this.
だが法律はどうする？世界がそれを許しても社会は許さない。
タイムリープマシンがある限り、相手を殺しても時間を遡れば全てなかったことにできる。岡部は誰も殺さずに必要な情報だけを入手したっていう結果だけが残るわけ。
把握した。
ただこれだけは覚えておいて。全ては自己責任よ。これだけ好き放題言ってる私はかなり無責任だけど。
Yeah, you got that right there.
問題ない。実にマッドサイエンティスト的な意見だった。
さっさと片をつけなさい。じゃあね。
She hangs up without another word. Strangely, I find Kurisu's harsh tone encouraging.
お前は司令官かよ。
I manage a smirk as I close my phone. Moeka is still sitting on the floor. Kill her if you have to, Kurisu said. Moeka did the same to us. She doesn't deserve mercy. Kill her or let her live. It's my choice, my responsibility. Even after I undo the murder, the memory of my crime will remain with me. That sin, that guilt, I'll have to carry that weight. I mustn't ever forget. That's what Kurisu meant when she spoke of responsibility. Murder is unforgivable, no matter the circumstances. Can you understand that, Kiryu Moeka? I reach for Moeka's phone. This time, there's no hesitation. Moeka resists. I grab her slender hand and pin it to the window. Uh-oh. This is gonna get weird. The glass rattles from the force, but thankfully doesn't break. With my other hand, I pry the phone away from Moeka's chest. She drives her foot straight into my solar plexus. The breath explodes from my lungs. I gasp for air. In a fit of anger, I raise my hand to strike. But at the last moment, I hesitate. Darn, what happened to killing her if I have to? I know that we're past the point of playing nice, but I've never hit a girl in my life. I don't consider myself a model gentleman or anything, but the idea that men aren't supposed to hit women is such a strong part of my common sense that it stayed my hand almost like instinct. So instead, I wrap my hand around Moeka's neck and squeeze. When she tries to kick me again, I pin her legs under my own. I squeeze harder. My fingers dig into her throat. Ow. She struggles for breath. I feel her throat moving as she gasps for air. I can finally see my reflection in her tear-reddened eyes.
やっと俺を見たな。
Moeka is under control, but now I don't have a free hand to take her phone. If I loosen my grip on her throat even slightly, it'll turn into a struggle again. Moeka is hiding her phone behind her back now. I need that phone. Should I let go of her hand or her neck?
携帯をよこせ。
Moeka weakly shakes her head.
出ないと殺せ。
I wonder if I even can. I can undo it with the time leap machine. It'd be the perfect crime, one that never happened. But still, do I really have it in me to murder someone? I don't know, but I have to try.
渡さないと殺すぞ。
No words leave Moeka's lips, just rough breathing. Stalemate. Neither of us shows the other any openings. We're practically motionless, but our breathing is ragged. It's taking all my strength just to pin her down. Our rough breathing echoes through the room. For a moment, it even seems to synchronize. This is getting me nowhere. I remove my hand from her neck, then use my entire left arm to pin her against the wall in a guillotine choke. She starts groaning in pain. My right hand is her left hand up against the glass. Now, I pull her hand down and transfer it to the grip of my left hand. Now my right hand is free. I slide it behind her back and go searching for her phone. I have to lean in close to do this. I press my body up against hers. Pain explodes in my jaw. I lean back. Moeka is readying another headbutt. I put more strength into the guillotine choke to stop her. Okay, you may not look the best right now. You better hurry this up. Moeka's face twisted in pain, and she struggles to escape my grasp. My guillotine choke seems to be working. She doesn't have the strength to resist. If I push any harder, she really might die. I push harder. Moeka writhes in pain. Tears fall from her eyes and drool from her mouth. As her resistance weakens, my right hand finds Moeka's phone. She still has it in a tight grip, but I manage to tear it away. Sorry, I'm slightly curious how you figure out how to type that via text, those sounds. That's interesting. I quickly release Moeka and step away. She bends over and coughs violently, but she still reaches out to me with tears in her eyes. She wants her phone back. I don't care. I look at the screen. It shows an email draft with a string of FBs entered. I clear the text and start typing a new mail. But her phone's different from mine, so I don't quite know how to use it. Let's see. Startled, I look up to see Moeka staggering to her feet.
I'm sorry, but you started this when you killed my friend!
Give it back!
She's like a zombie. I quickly run outside and close the door behind me. Then, I lean my entire body weight onto it so she can't open it from the inside. The doorknob rattles as she tries to open the door. Then, she starts pounding on the inside. It's a good thing doors in Japan's open out. You wouldn't see this in a Hollywood movie. That's actually what I was just thinking. If it opened inward, your plan would be far more difficult to achieve. Anyway, I have her phone. Now, I just need to pretend to be Moeka and send the cancellation email. Moeka's changes to the past will be cancelled. The world line will change. The IBN 5100 will come back to me. And then, we'll hack into CERN. Mission complete. Fate won't have my Yuri this time. Victory will be mine.
はい、ナチセ。
D メールの設定を頼む。
変な音が聞こえるけど。
少しばかり修羅場中でな。
殺さなかったのね。Good job.
Thanks. I tell her Moeka's address.
入力完了。
マユリは
まだいる。ブラウン管工房で店長さんと話してる。42型ブラウン管をつけさせておくためにね。
話してないだろうな。
あの子が死ぬこと言えるわけない。
だったらいい。まだ切るなよ。
I put my phone down and resume typing into Moeka's phone. A middle-aged lady comes out of the apartment next door. Our eyes meet, so I put on a forced smile. The lady grins mockingly before going back inside. I wonder what she was thinking. Maybe she thought it was a lover's quarrel. In that mail, I wrote, "Model change, do it now, before sold out." Moeka's email said don't change models. The desire for limited edition hard-to-find products is hard-coded into Japanese DNA. Appealing to that instinct should work. Is that so? That's interesting. The insistent pounding on the door grows louder. And now, I hear groaning from the other side. I can't believe how persistent she is. Is her phone really that important to her? But I've already won. All I have to do is send the D-mail. I'll never forgive you, Moeka, but at least our relationship ends here. Let this be the last time we meet. I raise the phone to eye level. I take a deep breath. It ends now. I press send. No vertigo. No dizziness. Nothing. Reading Steiner didn't activate.
なんでだよ。
Why didn't the world line change? And for the answer for that, you'll have to tune in next time. Sorry, a little bit of a cliffhanger, but this is actually a really good spot to stop. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for Steins Gate the visual novel. Bye!